Welcome, basketball fans, to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. Friday Hoops Fest coming up next. It'll be John Wall and the Washington Wizards facing off against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And now let's send it out to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. I'll see you at halftime, everybody.
The Wizards are road tripping in this interconference game. We're live from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. It's the Golden State Warriors. Kevin Harlan here, joining me, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and the entire 2K Sports crew. And now Washington's starting group. John Wall and Nick Young are the backcourt. Thornton and Blatch up front at the forwards. And it's McGee in at the 5. And for Golden State, Monte and Curry in the backcourt. David Lee and Andres Biedrins up front. And it's Wright in at the 3.
You know, fellas, you never know what's going to happen when you cross conferences with some teams, and things didn't go so well for the Wizards against the West last season, that's for sure.
Jumper off the screen, and there's Ellis. That's good on the assist by Curry.
Well, it wasn't a textbook pick, but he still managed to score. Good concentration on the finish.
Well, back to the Wizards. Clark, you're right. They really had some problems against the West, as you mentioned, and Steve, that's got to change.
Yeah, 7 wins in 30 total games against the Western Conference. That's the second worst interconference record in the NBA, so nowhere to go but up through Washington.
I would send it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Mark Jackson.
Guys, he told me that he tried to convey to his team that he wants them to play with some freedom today. I said, have fun and try to give these fans something to remember, namely some aerial action at the rim. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Kevin's the bucket. Good.
Kevin, I don't know if there's a more gifted scorer in the league than Monte Ellis. At 6'3", he's slippery, he's explosive, and he's always confident.
Lewis with the 3, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 3rd assist on the night. Curry dishes to Biedrins. McGee with the block. Kicks it out to Ellis. Another shot. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists in the game. We're going back to Monte Ellis' scoring ability, Clark. He and Steph Curry, the highest scoring backcourt in the NBA last season. Steve, they can both really fill it up.
Well, they're both so talented in terms of either handling the ball or playing off of it. They can both score, they can both create, and really a dynamic duo in that backcourt. Fun to watch them play together.
So it's Washington following the basket by Stephen Curry.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%. Can't do better than that.
Warriors making a switch here. Amundson's checked in.
Well, with the Warriors' new ownership group, there's a lot of excitement from these fans who are among the best in the NBA. And you better believe that this ownership group is very passionate about building a winner. And they're going to do everything they can to make it happen.
Here's Wall, open and close, and nails it.
You know, for a guy like him who can light it up like that, that's too easy.
I would agree, Steve. You know, there's a new feeling and optimism, a new talent base, new ownership, and I love their brand new, their new uniforms last season. We've seen that logo before. So.
And the loyal fans hoping that the new blood will bring greater success. I mean, some of the best fans in the NBA with just 1 playoff appearance over the last 17 seasons. That won't exactly be the highest benchmark to clear, so they might be able to get back in the mix.
They've got great fans in that Bay Area, some of the best in the NBA.
Yep. Boy, I tell you, Monte Ellis is so unbelievably quick. A great scorer, but tremendous athleticism, a huge part of his game as well.
Warriors making a switch here. Bell's checked in. Here's Young. The dish to Wall. And Curry picks him up defensively. Tries it from the top of the key. Wall, that's good. Wall's got his 2nd basket. Well, a few years back, Ellis badly injured his ankle in a moped accident that we all read about, and there were some concerns whether it would slow him down. Steve, do you see any change in speed?
Not at all, Kevin. I mean, he looks as athletic and as quick and strong as ever. And I think the big thing with Monte, he's really matured. He's developed a more professional approach to his job and his career, and he really works at it. His conditioning and and his skill set. So he's become an excellent all-around player.
AC Long, he checks in for Steph Curry. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Wizards.
There's a tricky play. Passes in.
That's exactly what he did. He laid it up there beautifully.
No mistakes on either end, and a great touch on that layup.
.158 left to play in the first quarter. Outside, Wall. Young against Wright. And it's Nick Young with the three. Young's got 6 points. There's the three. And Long with the basket on the assist from David Lee. And it's a tie ball game. And here we go with John Wall. Dishes to Blatch. And he uses the glass on the layup. Blatch has got his third basket of the night.
You know, Mark Jackson signed on with the Warriors this last summer. He could be a fit for them with his background as a pass-first point guard. He certainly talks like a coach when you hear him analyze games.
Now Wall. Blatch backing down. The pass to Young. Lets it go from deep, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
Well, getting back to Mark Jackson for a minute, you know, his ability to mentor those young guards in Golden State will, I think, help the Warriors in a big way as they try to change the direction of that franchise and get back into the playoffs.
McGee is screen. Now, here is Young, guarded closer. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
You know, one of the things the Warriors have done pretty well over the years is scout the D-League. They found guys like Reggie Williams and Jeremy Lin, and they do a nice job of finding talent.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Udo comes in for David Lee, and it's Williams in for Jarrell Wright. And then for Washington, Rashard Lewis. He's checked in for Blatch. Howard comes in for Gian Liam. And Jordan Crawford is subbed in for John Wall. Crawford's shot is good.
Well, everyone seems to have the hot hand here early on.
You know, if they keep up this scoring pace, we'll definitely see some big point totals from both of these teams.
Howard in the post. He's guarded by Williams. Bell with him. Here's Law. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Got it up. Young cannot hit. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. Good point, Steve. The Warriors do uncover some unsung talent. They've got some players who have moved on. Impressive shooters, the undrafted Anthony Morrow, former D-League players, C.J. Watson, Anthony Tolliver, and go on and on.
Yeah, and of course, Kevin, sometimes injuries have necessitated the Warriors being creative and finding some of those kinds of guys. But nonetheless, they seem to have done a good job of picking the right ones that fit in well.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Wall and Crawford to the backcourt set. Watch out there, Lewis. And it's Howard in at the three. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, guys, JaVale McGee may not have won the dunk contest last year, but he did set a world record for most basketballs dunked in a single jump. You remember, he went up with the ball in each hand, dunked both of them, then caught an alley-oop and put that down as well. Impressive stuff. And to have such an impressive feat performed by the runner-up shows you just how good that contest was. Some all-time great big man performances, guys.
They put on a show.
And I agree with Doris. I mean, Ibaka with a real deal free throw line dunk. McGee dunking on two baskets at once. Blake Griffin jumping apart. I mean, those guys represented really well for the big guys.
So it's Washington after the made shot from Monte Ellis. Goes up on the wing. Again, Golden State.
Their backcourt is phenomenal, Kevin. Absolutely phenomenal. That's why they've been given a green light every time they touch the ball. Flip Saunders leading the charge in the district. I mean, the Wizards have a lot of young talent, and Saunders has seen this before when he broke into the league coaching the Minnesota Timberwolves. You might follow the same game plan here in Washington.
Nice move. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Back to Flip Saunders. Even though they are rebuilding, Steve, they do expect quick results soon. I mean, they feel their future is very bright.
Well, the key, Kevin, is John Wall, because if he can develop into one of the top point guards in the NBA, then I think that team can follow suit and grow with it. And if they do that, as you mentioned, they've got the talent around them, some young, good players, then this team could make a breakthrough and start to improve.
Goes up. Curry's got 13.
He's definitely a catalyst for their offense, guys. I mean, he is so talented. He really causes problems for the other team's defense.
Crawford and Washington again with the bucket.
Well, after a slow first quarter, he's starting to pick it up a bit here. Well, it's been a tough few years for the Washington Wizards. Last season was important. They're finding their point guard of the future in John Wall. Now the question is, can they surround Wall with enough talent to become a playoff contender?
Knocks it loose. Here's Curry. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. So it's Washington. Steve back to Wall and Rose for Chicago. Certainly laid the blueprint for the Wizards last year.
I think the Rose and Wall comparison is a good one because those guys are transcendent type point guards. I think can also have really good leadership qualities. So if the Wizards can build some talent and get some talent around Wall, then they'll do well on their way maybe to duplicating what they've been able to do.
A.C. Ball. He checked in for Steph Curry. And for the Wizards, E.G. and is checked in for Blash. Lewis comes in for Josh Howard. And John Wall subbed in for Jordan Crawford. Lewis on the way. Now right with them. The 3, Lewis gets the bucket. Lewis has got 6.
It's been all about ball movement here. Great passes.
Yeah, anytime you got a self-esteem, the ball will find the open play. Going back to last year, it was a great week for Rashard Lewis. He saw himself get traded from a one-year playoff team in Orlando. So he was very much to rebuild this situation in Washington with the Wizards.
Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Wright. Passes it to Beatrice. Fires it up. Again, Golden State. Back to Lewis, Clark is still making the money on the end of the day. That's what he was doing. Yeah, you're right. Bad season for him shooting. And he's scoring more too.
Well, it's always going to be dogged by that big contract because the expectations will be unrealistic. But the good news is Lewis, when he did get traded to Washington, his shooting picked up, his production was better, and still a solid play.
11 points on the game. There's 46 left on the second quarter. Outside ball. Backs down. Here's Young from the yard. That's good. And so Wall the assist. Young got 5 points now in the fourth quarter. There's good triple. And by Wall's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight.
Kevin, by and large, turnover score hasn't been that bad. And they're going to give him up the handful.
From the 2K Sports Studios, we got a break at Arena. defensive rebounding, no second chance plus. Monte Ellis, big time game. He's got 18 points. It's also working on the other end of the floor. Nice defensive work. On the other side, the Wizards are looking pretty solid as well. Physicality taking over the game. They are muscling their way around the paint. A valuable contribution so far by Nick Young. He's been so hard to guard. Give him room on the perimeter. Pop the three. You get up on him, he'll blow by you for the rim. Both these guys aim to play tonight. Gaudy first half numbers. And it's time now to head back to the rest of the game out in Oakland. See you next time.
Welcome back. They go as they go out here on the Bay Area. Oracle Arena, the longest serving arena in the NBA. Here is Wall.
When you put the isolated cam on the Warriors, I mean, normally pretty tough at Oracle Arena. Even though they haven't been much of a playoff contender, the crowd still shows up and gives them tremendous support.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade All Field Up for the second half. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Charlie Bell up there with AC Law. Then it's Al Thornton. Then there's Udo. And it's Admonson in at the 5 down low. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Bush. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kevin, the Golden State Warriors have added a living legend in Jerry West, brought on board as an advisor to the Warriors. West said he plans on being more than just a figurehead and will voice his opinions freely, saying, "I would tell you, I'm no shrinking violet. I'm not. If you don't want my opinion, don't ask." I would hope our conversation would stimulate and get everybody thinking about what's in the best interest of this team. The Warriors guys will continue to benefit from Jerry West's presence.
Doris, thank you as always. No doubt about it, Jerry West is going to speak his mind.
You can't argue with West's pedigree. I mean, he's a proven winner.
Clark, you're right on it. Warriors last season, 26 up and 15 down at home, an 8-game improvement to the prior year. Steve, not bad.
Not bad at all, and that's pretty much a 10-game improvement overall. So next step for Golden State is to figure out how to win on the road. If they can do that, this is a team that could possibly be in the playoffs next season.
Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
Boy, what a tough break. I hope he doesn't have to miss too much of the action.
Well, we'll find out in a little bit. Man, let's just hope he's okay.
The Wizards making a switch here. He's checked in. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, very competitive action. I agree with you, Clark. I mean, this one could come down to the last few minutes the way it looks.
Bell is whistled for reaching in. That is his first foul of the game. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Here is Wall. 6 points for him. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Wall's got 8 points.
You have to have such a great feel for the ball to get a finger roll like that to go.
Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws.
And the Wizards are in full rebuilding mode now. And they did draft John Wall, the point guard of the future. And I think unloading Gilbert Arenas' contract last season was important, too, for future cap purposes.
And getting back to that trade, Rashard Lewis might not be a difference maker, but really it was about getting Gilbert Arenas' contract, Clark, cleared.
Yeah, you've got to look at trades from multiple dimensions because it's not always about just the players or the draft picks. A lot of times salary cap ingredient to it. So I think you're right. It was probably more about the arena's contract. And I think that's a nice move. Again, it's one of the pieces you have to put in place to have the chance to build going forward.
Well, that's really a nice point about, being in the front office like you are in the NBA. You do have a completely different perspective of what a trade can mean. Not just the players involved, but all the ramifications.
Exactly. You got to look at all the dimensions of it.
Right up. Shot's good from Young. Young's good. Got 16.
They're rolling now. 5 straight hoops to start this quarter.
Here's Ellis. 20 points for him. A moment for the Gatorade injury report. And now Doris Burke has an update for us on Andre Blatch. What's the news there, Doris?
Yes, guys, I had a moment to catch up with the Wizards' head athletic trainer, Eric Waters, about that injury. He said that it is a strain of his lower back, and any movement is challenging for him right now. There's no chance of his return. It sounds like this injury could keep him out of the lineup for quite some time.
Thanks, Doris. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. I don't know, though. I mean, one way or another, it seems to me as though it's going to be a long time before we see him back in uniform.
Yeah, such a shame, guys. You always hate to hear of any player getting injured, and this one, this does not sound good.
Here is McGee after the made shot from Monte Ellis. Good.
He's got a good, clear look right over the top of his defender because of that height advantage.
For the Wizards, Howard comes in for Rashard Lewis, and Jordan Crawford is subbed in for Nick Young.
Tell you what, JaVale McGee continued to do what he did last year and expanded his output some. I mean, he's a guy who gives you a lot of block shots and plenty of dunks.
Latrey, another three for Golden State.
Boy, he's been good offensively tonight. I really like what I've seen.
A minute 20 left here in the third quarter. Yeah, Clark, back to McGee's year last year, up his field goal percentage like you said, and the rest of his numbers across the board. Steve, he's a freak athletic. And this guy, I don't know if he's got a ceiling.
Well, he's got such great length to his body, huge wingspan, and then great leaping ability. And you look at the numbers, 10 points, 8 boards per game, almost 3 blocks as well. I mean, he's got unlimited potential.
Ellis, that's good.
They're in a groove now. These 3-pointers just falling at will here in the second half.
Yeah, I think the defense has got major headaches because this team's just not missing.
Yes! An emphatic LU jam.
With that one, boy, they got the crowd buzzing there.
A pretty perfect play all around.
What a fantastic dunk to finish it off.
Off two. Wizards trail by 8. Curry with the steal, and they're on the break. Throws up the alley-oop. Trying to go big for the alley-oop, but good defense got in the way. And taken away by Ellis. Pushing it up. Back to Curry. Tipped. Even numbers, 4-on-4. Here's Wall. All alone. Connects, the jumper drops. Yee's got his second bucket of the game to go. Warriors leading by 6.
Yeah, winding down. They're going to go for the last shot here at the court.
Yeah, I like the recognition there. They're going to play for the last shot, just as you said.
And I think defensively, you've got to commit a second defender because he's just destroying you right now.
Yeah, one-on-one, he's been a handful.
Ellis gets to right. Stepped in the line, out of bounds there, and that will cost them the possession.
That's as bad a miscue as you'll see. It's good to be thinking a few steps ahead, but you've got to maintain some type of current awareness, too.
Here's Curry with the 3. That's good. Curry's got 8 here in the quarter.
Wow, he is just carrying shot after shot from long range.
And he'll keep calling and begging for the ball, I'm sure.
Monte Ellis has been sensational.
But we know he can score, so it's not really a huge shock to see him put up these kind of big numbers.
And I would think that he most likely will continue to carry on this kind of play into the fourth.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And now our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, has a report for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Hey guys, well it was the stretch by the Warriors that garners the Sprite Spark today. Things have picked up quite a bit in the last few minutes as it's been an impressive run they've got going, and it might just be what they need to take them all the way to victory lane.
All right, Doris, thank you. That run has made a difference, guys. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's what got them off and going.
Yeah, they were really able to seize the momentum at that point, and they just rode it.
So the Wizards 5 right now. They've got Howard, Jordan Crawford out there with Nick Young, and it's Kevin Seraphin, and it's Lewis in at the 4 slot.
Fellas, they are heating up from outside now.
Yep, of their last 5 hoops, 3 of them have come from long range.
And they get in the way. Looked like the alley-oop attempt that time. Here's Howard. Makes it off the glass.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
Here's Ellis. Ellis, right side. And it's Ellis finishing it off. Let's see that again on the Sprite Slam Cam.
There isn't anybody in the building that didn't appreciate. That throwdown.
Well, Steve, that's as fancy a finish as you could possibly get.
A serious degree of difficulty on that one. One of the concerns for the Golden State Warriors after last season was fortifying its bench. And that was an area where they really tried to improve this past offseason.
Right against Crawford. Here's Howard. He goes up, lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that. Well, going back to the Golden State Warriors bench, every team needs those 6-7 guys that can be relied upon every game for consistent play. Actually, whether starting or coming off the bench.
Without question, Kevin, the Warriors were lucky if they had 4 consistent players all year. I mean, they've got a decent nucleus to build around, but absolutely depth is an area this team has to improve.
Charlie Bell's checked in for the Warriors. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Washington. Gian Leon comes in for Josh Howard. Out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Yeah, took a gamble there to try to disrupt that pass.
Yeah, he couldn't quite get a hold of it, but still a nice play.
Here's Lewis. With the shot, but they'll get another chance. Hits it off the backboard.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
Warriors leading by 14. Curry backing down.
Looked like some miscommunication there offensively. Those guys were not on the same page.
Here's Crawford. The feed to Young. Defended by Bell. Crawford passes to Young for 3, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
Beautiful pass there.
Here's Curry. From outside the arc, and another 3 for Golden State.
And he knocks down a 3 of his own.
And even if he didn't, he just made it personal coming right back with a 3 of his own.
Here's Crawford. He feeds it to Young. Again, the Wizards score.
You know, guys, this is what happens with him. All of a sudden, he can erupt from the floor.
Here's Curry. And here's Bell. Back to Curry. Crawford with the steal. Here's the break for the finish. And then Young with the tie.
Come on now, I didn't see. Can you?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Mark Jackson said to his club. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
The little bit guys for them today is huge. I mean, it's been steady offensively, and it's helping them to get out in front here so far.
The Wizards decide to go.
Guys, you talk about how you get a youth infuse. The Wizards would end up playing 4 different first-round picks last season. Show you how young they were.
Eugene Leon, he checked in for the Wizards. Lewis comes in for Josh Howard. Here's Wall. Pass to Young. Takes a 3. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Young's got 7 points here in this quarter. And Steve, for the Wizards, not just spot minutes for those youngsters either. I mean, you've got to get some playing time here.
Yeah, the 4 kids, talking about Wall and Seraphin, Booker, Crawford, they would all end up averaging double-digit minutes. So the question is, does that experience pay off into victories this year?
Monte Ellis checked in for the Warriors. And the Wizards also making a change. Howard's checked in, and that one's good, Ellis.
And you got to love what he's been able to do with the ball in his hands in this game.
Here is Wall. 1:49 left here in the 4th quarter. And taken away by Ellis. The finish. Oh! He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Now that's a special order right there.
Not everybody can cap off a dunk like that.
Yeah, very difficult maneuver, but a tremendous. Tremendous one if you can pull it off.
Wizards trail by 14. Here's Young, and it's sent back by Amundsen. And here's Golden State. Ellis kicks to right. Rashard Lewis covering. Took him no time at all on that one.
And this one's pretty much wrapped up.
And they know it. I mean, took care of business. Chalk it up as a W, Steve.
And it's Ellis finishing it off.
But maybe the play of the game right there.
An alley-oop slam is always going to be at the top of the list there, Clark.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's one of my favorite plays in basketball, guys.
There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Curry with the steal. Goes up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's the problem when you don't protect the ball.
Exactly. When you surrender the ball like that, you put your defense at a huge disadvantage.
Shot by Wall. Gets the bucket from 20 feet away. Timeout called the Warriors. They're up by 19. 1:03 left in the fourth. Different look here for the Warriors. Udo's checked in for Lee. Thornton comes in for Darrell Wright. Charlie Bell checked in for Monte Ellis. And ACC ball on the for Steph Curry. And a change for the Wizards. E.G. and Lee, and he's checked in for Josh Howard. Here's Law. He's picked up by Wall. Fades away and shoots the tough shot.
That's probably going to do it. They are just putting this team away.
Steve, I thought they caught fire just at the right time, blowing this one wide open as the clock winds down.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
I think he just wants to show us that he's got the whole package. The leaner, definitely part of his arsenal.
Udo kicks to Thornton. And the Warriors take 2 more.
That's going to do it. They played well.
There's been a bit anticlimactic at the end of the game.
The Wizards making a switch here. Howard to check in. Here as well. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. They're moving it around. The three is launched. A nice shot by Howard.
You cannot back that far off of a guy. I mean, I don't care who he is. These guys are pros. They all can shoot. D up.
I don't know, Clark. This looks over now.
Yeah, I agree with you. This is all but over.
Gets it to go.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
Udo gets the bucket. And the Warriors lead by 18. Here comes Wall. From deep, and the Wizards hit again from deep. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Monte Ellis.